All right, so we're live here. Gonna start us off with a bonus match, just because I haven't streamed in a little bit. Sorry, I want to warm up my voice a little bit. I'm a little hoarse still. Um, I had a respiratory infection, not COVID related, but it kind of worked some magic on my vocal cords there with some laryngitis. So I'm a little bit on the horse side or whatever, so I want to warm up a little bit. So we're going to do a bonus match here with Black Sam versus Joe Malshowitz. This is basically a dark match, and Neil is here with us. Hello, Neil. And let's get to the ring. Black Sam and Joe Malshowitz rolling for initiative, and it looks like Black Sam is going to take it off the lockup. Sam starts us out with a suffocating headlock. This is a power move, and he does have the power. So Malshowitz starts off in trouble. Malshowitz is hurt by the headlock as Black Sam continues his attack by tripping him down out of the headlock. Joe Malshowitz able to counter that, though, and grabs the leg of Black Sam, taking him down. And Sam able to pop right back up and go on the attack, backing Joe Malshowitz into the turnbuckle. And Malshowitz able to turn that around on Black Sam. And Pops Reviews is here. Good to have you here, Haas. How are you doing? Hope all is well with you as well. Malshowitz backs Black Sam into the buckle after turning it around. And Black Sam turns it around again on Joe Malshowitz. I definitely don't adhere to the only one counter thing there. It makes sense when you're using an Irish whip. It doesn't make sense when they're just kind of backing each other into the buckle. So I'm going to go ahead and roll on Malshowitz's turnbuckle chart. And we see another reversal. I guess this is why they don't allow this, but I'm going to go with it. And so Malshowitz turns it around on Black Sam. They're jockeying for position in the corner. And now Black Sam tries to turn it around, but Malshowitz hits him with a stiff forearm shot to the side of the head. And Malshowitz is on the attack. Malshowitz takes him down, applies the toe hold with the face lock, the STF. And this is an add one maneuver, so Sam picks up a fatigue. And he is hurt as Malshowitz continues his attack with a go-behind waistlock takedown. This is a choice F maneuver. So let's see where we're at here. It could be a level 2 maneuver on agility or a level 3 maneuver on power. I think we're going to go for agility. And this is going to work on a roll of 5 or less. And on a roll of 5, he was successful with that takedown. And Black Sam is hurt as Malshowitz continues his attack. A big waistlock, and he slams him down. Black Sam is in trouble. Malshowitz on the attack as Sam is hurt. Hammerlock, and he takes him to the mat out of the hammerlock. And Sam, once he hits the mat, he's able to flip it around and take control. And Black Sam now on the attack. And Black Sam with a back twist. And that's going to hurt Joe Malshowitz. And Malshowitz is tripped and thrown by Black Sam. But Malshowitz able to regain his composure before Sam is able to take him over. And now Malshowitz on the attack with a big flying mare. This is an agility move. And they are even, so that is going to work. As Malshowitz puts Sam down. And Black Sam not going to roll out of the ring. He's going to stay in and fight like a solid wrestler would. But he is in trouble as Malshowitz applies the flying scissors. And this is a +2 finisher, so this could be the end of the match for Black Sam. He needs a 7 or better to kick out. And on a roll of 7, he is successful in breaking the scissors. And Malschwitz is going to have to try again, as that attempt to finish the match was unsuccessful. And now Malschwitz flips him over, applies that toe hold, and grabs the face. And that's going to be another fatigue on Black Sam. Black Sam is down. This time he is going to roll out of the ring. And Malschwitz follows him out, grabs him up, and doesn't let him get any breather. No respite time for Black Sam as Malschwitz throws him back into the ring. And Joe Malschwitz applies a half Nelson and picks him up and slams Sam to the mat. Black Sam is hurt as Malschwitz grabs a waistlock and slams him down again. He's just throwing Black Sam from pillar to post here. Black Sam is down. He's not going to leave the ring again. That didn't work out for him last time, so he's just going to stay and fight it out with Joe Malschwitz, who applies a double wrist lock on Black Sam. That double wrist lock is painful, and it's going to hurt Black Sam. And now Malschwitz, once again with that half Nelson hold, as he picks him up and slams him to the mat. And Black Sam still hurt. And Malschwitz picks him up, still holding on to that half Nelson, and slams him down a second time. And this could be it. No, Black Sam showing his resilience here as he gets back up. And Malschwitz backs him into the ropes. And Black Sam able to take control on the ropes, flipping him around, pinning Malschwitz against the ropes, and nailing him with a back knee trip, putting Malschwitz on his butt on the center of the ring. Malschwitz is hurt as Black Sam continues his attack with a back twist. And that's going to hurt Malschwitz as he gets back to his feet, and Sam takes him down with another back knee trip. As Black Sam now in control here. And Sam going for the cover after that back knee trip. Anything other than snake eyes will kick out for Joe Malschwitz, and with a roll of 12, he easily kicks out of that. And Sam is going to have to find another way to put the hurt on and finish this match. And Sam does it with a cross buttocks throw. And Malschwitz is down. Malschwitz not going to leave the ring. That's not the kind of fighter he is. As Black Sam now going to back him into the ropes. And Malschwitz falls out of the ring as they back towards the ropes. And now Black Sam out of the ring onto the apron, picking Malschwitz up by the hair. The referee is not having any of that. And we've got a DQ possible here. And Black Sam able to avoid being DQ'd. And now Black Sam going to roll on level 3 offense as he just deposits Joe Malschwitz back into the ring. And Black Sam with a rolling neck twist on Joe Malschwitz. Malschwitz is hurt here as Sam grabs a leg lock on Joe Malschwitz. Malschwitz is hurt. And now Sam with that rolling front chancery. And this is a choice A maneuver, so he's either going to back him into the ropes, or he can do a level 2 move on a roll of 6 or less. He's going to back him into the ropes here, in that front chancery, backing him into the ropes. And Malschwitz can't get the upper hand. The referee steps in, breaks the 2 up, and Black Sam moves back in and reapplies that front chancery. What's he going to do here? He trips him down to the mat with a back knee trip, and Malschwitz is in trouble here as Sam goes for the cover once again. And we've got a pinfall attempt here. 4 or better will kick out for Malschwitz, and on a roll of 6, he is successful in kicking out as Black Sam once again on the attack with an elbow lock shoulder toss. This is a +1 finisher for Black Sam. So the target here is going to be 5. And on a roll of 4, he gets him. Black Sam has defeated Joe Malschwitz with an elbow lock shoulder toss. And that's going to do it for this dark match. Before we get started, and it ended right on time. It's just now turning 2 o'clock, so you can't go wrong there. We're going to end this one. It is a dark match, so it is not recorded. And we're just going to remove this from the roster. And Neil is saying he's going to do a card later, doing a tag team championship match. The Von Erichs versus Bear Country. I have no idea who Bear Country is, so I'm rooting for the Von Erichs there. Hopefully they win. And we are going to kick it off here with the debut of Antonino Rocca in the National Wrestling Commission. He's going to come in fighting the Greek god of Youngstown, that is Jack Zarna, in our opening contest. So let's get down to ringside. Antonino Rocca versus Jack Zarna. And the two lock up. And neither one of them can get the upper hand as they shove each other off. And they lock up a second time. And this time it's Antonino Rocca who gets the upper hand. And Rocca starts us off with some open hand chops on Jack Zarna. Those chops put Zarna down. Rocca really took it to Zarna there with those chops. Oop. Ignore that. This is a roll for Rocca, not Zarna. I already rolled the defense. And so Antonino Rocca with a leg lace and headstand. This is a choice C maneuver, so let's see what he's got here. Level 3 on agility or level 2 on power. I think we're going to go for the power. There's going to be 6 or less, and on a roll of 5, he is successful. And Zarna is in trouble after that leg lace and a headstand, and Zarna's down as Antonino Rocca with another leg lace. He's going to try for that level 2 leg lace again, and he is unsuccessful this time, as Jack Zarna just able to shove him over and take control of the match as they're both back to their feet, and Zarna backs them both into the turnbuckle. And Antonino Rocca is not effective in doing much there as Zarna puts the knee to Rocca in the turnbuckle before the referee can step in and separate them. And Zarna, using the momentum or the devastating effects of that knee in the turnbuckle, is on the attack as he scoops Rocca up, and an aeroplane spin by Jack Zarna. And Zarna spins him around and around, and anything other than a roll of 2, and he's going to have to plant Rocca down and try another attack here. And the roll is a 12, so Rocca able to withstand the airplane spin as Zarna dumps him to the mat and continues his attack. And he's got a double foot kangaroo kick on Antonino Rocca. And Rocca is hurt there. Rocca's down. Rocca's going to roll out of the ring. And Jack Zarna goes to the middle of the ring, waits for Rocca to get back in. And when he does, Zarna pounces, nailing Antonino Rocca with a headbutt as he re-enters the ring. And Rocca is put down with that headbutt. He's got a cover. Zarna's got a cover on Rocca here. And Rocca able to kick out with a roll of 7. And now Jack Zarna continues his attack, throwing Antonino Rocca out of the ring. And Rocca hits the ground hard. He's rolling his count out here. And with a roll of 3, that does it. Jack Zarna scrambles Antonino Rocca's brain with a headbutt and then throws him out of the ring for a count-out victory. I'd have to say that that's anticlimactic, but that's what happens sometimes. Those headbutts can be deadly. And Pops Reviews is headed out. Thank you for catching a match or two. They will all be available on the video on demand or whatever YouTube calls it. So we're going to record that one. And that was a win for Jack Zarna over Antonino Rocca. And it ended via countout after Zarna delivered a devastating headbutt. And He had 3, so that technically that was a 1.5-star match. I'm going to leave it as a 1-star match. We got Rocca with 3 and Zarna with 0. And there we go. And our next match is going to pit classy Freddie Blassie against Little Wolf here. And Big Chief Little Wolf is in for a tough one, as Freddie Blassie, really a tough competitor here in the National Wrestling Commission. And the two lock up. And Freddie Blassie gets the upper hand on the initial lockup. And Freddie Blassie applies a nerve pinch. Blassie, it's a choice E maneuver, so it's going to be level 3 on agility, which is what we're going to do because he's got a +2 agility. So that's going to work on rolls of 10 or less. And on a roll of 9, that is successful as Freddie Blassie applies that nerve pinch. Big Chief Little Wolf in trouble here as he's hurt. And Freddie Blassie grabs him up now, stops the nerve pinch, grabs him by the back of the head, and slams it right into the turnbuckle. Big Chief Little Wolf is down as Blassie tosses Big Chief Little Wolf out of the ring. And Blassie comes out, throws him back in before he can get any sort of a respite as Blassie continues the attack. Now Blassie grabs him up, slams him into the buckle once again, really working over Big Chief Little Wolf here. But Little Wolf absorbs this one and is on the attack, and Doug Justice is here. Howdy, Doug. And Big Chief Little Wolf on the attack now. Grabs up Blassie's leg, takes him down, and applies the leg lock. Blassie is dazed as he kicks out and is able to get back to his feet, but not before Little Wolf moves in. And Little Wolf nails him with a closed fist. Excuse me. And Little Wolf blasts Freddie Blassie, and he is dazed as Little Wolf now nails him with a right hook. And now Freddie Blassie takes it right on the jaw. He's not down though. Blassie's a tough one. Blassie's just dazed. As Big Chief Little Wolf backs him into the turnbuckle. And Freddie Blassie, as the two are scuffling in the corner, fighting for control, Blassie reaches up and rakes the eyes of Big Chief Little Wolf. And Blassie now takes control of the fight. And Blassie takes him down with a blatant chokehold. Big Chief Little Wolf in trouble here. And Big Chief Little Wolf not going to roll out of the ring as Blassie continues the assault. Blassie waits for him to get to his feet. And low blow. A blatant low blow by classy Freddie Blassie on Big Chief Little Wolf. And Little Wolf is in trouble now. Little Wolf is down as Blassie continues his attack with another low blow. Where is the referee? What kind of refereeing is this? As Big Chief Little Wolf is laying on his back, holding his groin, it was obvious that Blassie hit him in a spot where he should not be hitting him. Yeah, Little Wolf is one of Sam Looptack's bootleg cards. And now Blassie on the attack, and Blassie grabs him up and hits the Southern Neckbreaker. This is a +3 finisher. So that's rough on Big Chief Little Wolf there. He needs a 6 or better to kick, or a 7 or better to kick out. 6 or less will pin him. And with a roll of 10, Little Wolf is just able to kick out as Blassie continues his attack. Blassie pitches Big Chief Little Wolf out of the ring, and Little Wolf lands awkwardly on his knee, tweaking it, and Little Wolf in trouble now. And Blassie goes out, picks him up, and pitches him back into the ring to continue the attack. And now Blassie applies the stomach claw. This could be it, as Big Chief Little Wolf has been in trouble. Little Wolf is just hurt by the stomach claw, though, and Blassie drops multiple knees on the neck and throat area of Big Chief Little Wolf. And Little Wolf is hurt as Blassie continues his attack. Blassie gets down there and starts biting his forehead. And that's going to be an add 1, so we're going to add 1. I'm going to roll for blood here. because it added 1. And we're going to roll 1 die on a 4, 5, or 6. This bite is going to bust open Little Wolf. And on a 4, it busts Big Chief Little Wolf open. And Big Chief Little Wolf is now bleeding. And classy Freddie Blassie has Little Wolf hurt as he continues the attack, dropping multiple knees on the forehead of Big Chief Little Wolf. And now Little Wolf is bleeding even heavier as Blassie continues his attack. Little Wolf is down. Little Wolf is going to roll out of the ring. And now Blassie goes out and gets him. Doesn't let Little Wolf have any kind of a rest. Throws him back into the ring and continues his attack as Freddie Blassie backs him into the turnbuckle. And Little Wolf not able to roll it around or anything. And the referee steps in and breaks them up. But Blassie is quick to move in. Blassie picks him up, slams him down, and drops multiple knees. What's the blood rule? I just kind of use my my own judgment. If the move seems like it would cause blood and adds fatigue, or they've got enough fatigue already, I'll go ahead and make a roll. It's really just kind of up to me. There's no hard or fast rule for it. Everybody's kind of got their own way of dealing with it as far as I know, Neil. Anyway, so Blassie hits multiple knee drops on Big Chief Little Wolf. Little Wolf in trouble here as he's hurt. And Blassie continues to drop the knees on the forehead of Big Chief Little Wolf, who is looking like he's got a crimson mask as Little Wolf. And Little Wolf finally gets to his feet as Blassie throws some punches at Big Chief Little Wolf. And Little Wolf is hurt. And Blassie once again nails him with a couple of more punches that put Little Wolf down and then drops the knee on him again. And Little Wolf is down one more time as Blassie just really slamming him around. And Blassie stomping the body. This is a choice H maneuver. So we've got level 3 move on agility. That's what we're going to do, obviously. It's going to work on a roll of 9 or less. And with a roll of 6, it is successful. As Blassie stomps the gut of Big Chief Little Wolf. And Little Wolf is really hurting now. And Blassie not going to back him into the turnbuckle. He's going to roll up. And Freddie Blassie with a body slam. This is a power maneuver. And Big Chief Little Wolf won't go up. And Little Wolf takes control of the match finally. Tries the leg sweep on Freddie Blassie, but Blassie deftly avoids that and continues his attack, dropping Little Wolf again and then dropping the knees across the bleeding forehead. And Little Wolf is in trouble now as Blassie lays across him for the pin. And Little Wolf needs a 7 or better to kick out, and with a roll of 11, he is successful. As Blassie continues his assault, locking on a stomach claw. And Little Wolf is down. He's really wrenching the stomach claw. What will happen here? Blassie using the stomach claw to really disable Big Chief Little Wolf and then picking him up right near the ropes and pitching him from the ring. And Little Wolf once again strikes the floor hard. He's got to get back in the ring here. And Blassie reaches over the rope and helps him back in as Blassie continues his assault here, locking on yet another stomach claw. And this is going to put Big Chief Little Wolf down. Little Wolf is going to avoid leaving the ring here as nothing good happens when he meets Freddie Blassie out there. And now Blassie hits that southern neckbreaker one more time. This should do it. +3 finisher. Little Wolf is at an 8 pin rating as it is, so 8, 9, 10, 11. So anything, he needs a 12 or better to kick out, and with a roll of 11, he just can't do it. And Freddie Blassie is your winner. So Freddie Blassie with a southern neckbreaker. Let's add 1 to Big Chief Little Wolf there. And yeah, just couldn't get it done. as Blassie really just dominated that match. Freddie Blassie beat Little Wolf with a Southern neckbreaker. Let's give this... It wasn't quite 3 stars because Blassie kind of dominated everything. We're going to give it a 2.5-star match. We'll say Blassie had 0. Little Wolf had 6. And Little Wolf was busted open. And there we go. And now, Billy Varga is going to step into the ring with El Santo. I am using, if you didn't notice or see it, I posted Billy Varga. He is going to be a part of my upcoming Bootlegs of Wrestling set for the spring of 2023. So he's got new Warner art and everything. So he will be a part of that set, and I'm going to be using his new card from here on out. And he will be facing El Santo here. And so Billy Varga and El Santo going at one another here. And they lock up. And Varga rolls a 6. Santo rolls a 6. So they push each other off and stare each other down. And they attempt a second lockup. Varga with a 5. Santo with an 11. So El Santo takes it off the initial lockup with a big flying mare on Billy Varga. And Varga's dazed as Santo with a lucha arm drag on Billy Varga. And Varga's hurt. And El Santo hits that slingshot senton. And Billy Varga able to roll out of the way and take control of the match here as Varga nails El Santo with a snap mare. And El Santo able to land on his feet here. And Santo on the attack with a running body attack. This is a choice C maneuver. So it's 3 on, 3 on 5 or less. 2 on 7 or less. So I guess we're going for the level 2 move here. And it is unsuccessful. Billy Varga able to drop down as Santo sails over him with that running body attack and hits the mat. And Varga takes control here. Headlock to spinning single leg takedown. Showing some fancy moves here, Billy Varga. And El Santo is hurt as Varga pushes him back into the ropes. And El Santo in trouble here as Billy Varga blasts him with a European uppercut on the ropes there. And Billy Varga is in control now, taking him down off the ropes and applying a half crab. And El Santo is hurt by that half crab as he works his way back to his feet, and Varga grabs another headlock and spins out into a single leg takedown. And El Santo once again hurt by Billy Varga's flashy stylings. And now Varga throws a big drop kick at El Santo. High flying action here as El Santo was just kind of grazed by that drop kick, but it did enough to daze him. And Billy Varga stands back up and connects with a right to the jaw. But El Santo able to counter it. He catches the arm of Billy Varga and throws him off balance as Billy Varga is nailed with a flying mare by El Santo. And Varga's hurt as Santo attempts another slingshot senton on Billy Varga. This didn't work last time, but it catches him this time as both men tumble to the mat. El Santo connecting with the slingshot senton. And now El Santo picks up Billy Varga and slams him to the mat. Then he picks him up again and slams him to the mat just continuously with multiple scoop slams. And then he goes for the cover. Varga needs a 4 or better to kick out, and with a roll of 6, he's able to do so. And El Santo now on the attack as he locks on the La Dea Cabello, the camel clutch, as it were. No. El Santo is part of PDF Prime. I don't think he's been released yet. He will be in the upcoming set, I believe, for 2023. I'm on the playtesting team, so I get early access to some of them. And so, yeah, that's where El Santo's from. If you're not familiar with PDF Prime, there is a post on the official forums. It's under the It's Up to You promoter section, and all it says is bootleg group, and it was posted by a user named Just Me. You can go ahead and go in there and message Jared, who is Just Me, about joining PDF Prime. It's not I will warn you that if you're looking for cards like that, it's not cheap. You get at least two cards a month, almost all of them done with Warner artwork. As somebody who also commissions Warner, I can tell you now that Warner charges between $50 and $60 a piece. So in order for us to make our money back, we've got to charge money for these cards. And so PDF Prime at 24 cards a year, I think Jared wants about $100 to join. I think it's worth it. You also get a ton of bootleg or a ton of bonus cards. I think he does have some cheaper options as well. I think the cheapest one is like $60 or $65. But you don't get the bonuses with that. So it's up to you. But that's where he's from if you're interested. And now we'll get back into the match as El Santo locks in the camel clutch, which is called the La Dea Cabello in Spanish. I am not a Spanish speaker, so that probably is mispronounced. But it's a level 2 finisher, so we're going to see what Varga can do here. He needs a 7 or better to kick out, and with a roll of 80 is successful in breaking the hold. As El Santo continues his attack, backing Varga into the ropes, Varga falls out of the ring, and Santo helping Varga back into the ring, politely showing some definite sportsmanship here. As El Santo continues his attack, though, picking Varga up and slamming him to the mat again, multiple times. Billy Varga's hurt, and El Santo with a running body attack. This did not work the last time. Let's see if it works this time. That's going to be a 7 or less. And with a roll of 4, it is successful. Billy Varga hit with that running body attack by El Santo, and Varga's hurt. Now El Santo flying head scissors is a choice A maneuver, so it's either going to be into the ropes or a 7, level 2 move on 8 or less. So we're going to go with the level 2 move because he's got an A ropes rating. And that is successful. So now Billy Varga's dazed by that flying head scissors by El Santo. And Santo catches him with a lucha arm drag. And Varga's dazed again as he gets back to his feet. And El Santo is there to meet him with a forearm to the chest. And Billy Varga dazed once again. Varga backs him into the turnbuckle. He doesn't have a choice here. And Varga is caught with a big snap mare, a flying mare out of the turnbuckle. And El Santo is on the attack here. El Santo once again with that flying head scissors. I believe he needs, what was it, an 8 or less? Yes, 8 or less. With a flying head scissors. He gets it. And Varga's once again taken down with the flying head scissors. But Billy Varga able to roll through with the head scissors and is back to his feet before El Santo. And on the attack, Varga with a big snapmare on El Santo, and that's going to daze El Santo. And then Varga tries for a second snapmare, and El Santo dazed once again. And now Billy Varga tries to throw the right to the jaw. El Santo able to move out of the way of that one. And Varga's off balance as El Santo grabs him up with another flying head scissors. And with a roll of 7, he's successful. So Billy Varga put to the mat with that flying head scissors by El Santo. He's back to his feet, and El Santo takes him down with a second flying head scissors. Billy Varga able to push him off as he jumps up, trying to scissor the head. And El Santo crashes to the mat, and Varga's in control. Varga backs him into the ropes. And El Santo, as he comes off the ropes, Varga drops down, trying to take the knee out. El Santo is jumping over him, and El Santo comes back off the ropes here. And Billy Varga catches him with a big clothesline, and El Santo with a clothesline of his own. And they are tied on ropes rating. So it looks like Billy Varga is going to wrestle on level 3 here, as Varga's the first back to his feet after that double clothesline. And here it is. Billy Varga locks in the abdominal stretch on El Santo. As long as El Santo doesn't roll snake eyes, he's good here. And with a roll of 12, El Santo able to get to the ropes and break the abdominal stretch on by Billy Varga. And now Varga with a short arm scissors on El Santo. And once again, as long as he doesn't roll snake eyes, he's good. And with a roll of 7, Billy Varga on the attack here. Varga with a head scissors on El Santo. And El Santo pushes Varga off this time. And Billy Varga is in trouble here as El Santo backs him into the turnbuckle. And Billy Varga rolls him as he moves back to the turnbuckle, pushes Santo into the buckle, and then starts driving the shoulders right into the midsection of El Santo. Billy Varga takes control of the match, as El Santo, just over and over and over again, he is just slammed into the buckle as Varga drives those shoulders in. And El Santo is down, as Billy Varga grabs him back up and locks in the abdominal stretch. Varga knows he's got to end this match. He needs a 5 or greater to kick out. And with a roll of 7, El Santo is able to kick out of the abdominal stretch. And Billy Varga continues his attack. Another short arm scissors. And that's going to hurt El Santo here, as Billy Varga now backs him into the turnbuckle. I don't think he's going to do that. He's going to roll up. And Varga with a big side headlock applied. And El Santo's hurt here. And now Varga throws that dropkick again. And that's going to hurt El Santo there as he catches him solidly in the chest. And Santo goes back into the ropes and kind of rebounds back at Billy Varga, who catches him with another big drop kick. And El Santo able to get out of the way of that second one as Varga crashes to the mat, and El Santo takes control, applying an octopus hold of his own. This looks a lot like Billy Varga's abdominal stretch, but Varga definitely has the advantage with his patented abdominal stretch. And now Billy Varga's hurt as El Santo grabs him and slingshots senton on Billy Varga. And Varga moves out of the way. Santo crashes to the mat. Varga tries to throw a right to the jaw as El Santo stands up. El Santo kind of rolls out of the way and is back to his feet and on the attack with a running body attack. We're going to go for the agility one this time. 5 or less. And on a roll of 7, El Santo unsuccessful. He tried a little too hard to be to put this one away. And now Billy Varga throws up a drop kick. And El Santo moves out of the way of that drop kick. Varga once again crashes to the mat. And he's going to try for that running body attack again. It's going to be 7 or less. And on a roll of 2, he is successful. And Varga is still able to duck out of the way as El Santo crashes to the mat once again. And Varga grabs a grapevine step over toe hold on El Santo. Santo's hurt. I saw Varga on an episode of The Munsters last week playing a wrestler. Yeah, he played Strangler somebody. I can't remember his name. Varga was in like 100 and something movies and TV shows. Prolific actor. That's why he never really ventured very. He did Hawaii and LA, and he really didn't do a whole lot other places. I mean, he wrestled in other places, but he mostly stuck with LA and an occasional stint in Hawaii. So because he liked acting so much, that was what his real attraction to. It's like Strangler Williams or something like that. I can't remember exactly what the name is. I think it's Strangler Williams. Anyway, so yeah, he was definitely in the Munsters. El Santo is hurt as Varga continues his attack, backing him into the turnbuckle. And now Billy Varga with a knee to the gut. The referee steps in and breaks him up, but Varga's damage is already done as Varga grabs the headlock and spins out into a single leg on El Santo. El Santo's still hurt here. Varga scoops him up and slams him to the mat with a big body slam. El Santo is in trouble here. And Varga throwing El Santo into the ropes. And El Santo comes flying off the ropes with a big drop kick. Billy Varga is hurt as El Santo. And now El Santo with a tope de Cristo on Billy Varga. This is an add one move, so Varga is in trouble here. And Varga's down. He's not going to roll out of the ring. Santo is going to have to continue his attack here. And he's Santo with a double armbar pin attempt. And Billy Varga able to roll it out before the referee is even able to get to the 1 count. And Varga is hurt as El Santo lets him up from the double armbar, scoops him up and slams him to the mat. And he slams him to the mat again. Multiple scoop slams by El Santo. And Billy Varga is in trouble. Varga's going to roll out of the ring finally. And El Santo, once again, stands center of the ring. He's just kind of letting Billy Varga do his thing, catch a breather. El Santo being a sportsman here. As he gets back into the ring, and El Santo quick to hit a flying head scissors on Billy Varga. And Varga, on a level 2 move, it's going to be 8 or less. And with a roll of 2, he is successful. So Billy Varga's dazed by those head scissors. And now El Santo grabs him in the chancery and connects with a front knee lift right to the solar plexus of Billy Varga. And Varga able to catch the leg and take him down. Billy Varga, grapevine step over toe hold on El Santo. And El Santo able to roll out of that one. Kicks Varga off and connects with a front knee lift as he gets back to his feet. And that's going to hit Billy Varga, and Varga's dazed here. And Santo once again with that big front knee lift. And that one catches Varga even more solidly, doubling Varga over. As El Santo scoops him up once again and slams him to the mat. And he does it again, slamming him to the mat, multiple scoop slams. And now El Santo going for the cover. Varga needs a 7 or better to kick out. And with a roll of 5, he is unsuccessful. And that does it. Finally, after a bevy of body slams and a cover, El Santo is able to win the match. And so here we go. We've got, recording the match, we saw El Santo beat Billy Varga with multiple scoop slams. And that was going to be a 7. So that's a 3.5 star match for these two. And we've got Varga at 4 fatigue and Santo at 3. And we'll record that so I can enter it into Obsidian later. Yeah, that was a pretty good one. I certainly enjoyed it. El Santo is kind of a super high match machine in the NWC. It seems like everything he does gets like somewhere between 3 and 5 stars. So definitely a star on the rise here in the National Wrestling Commission. And now we're going to see Buddy Rogers take it to Frank Gotch. And Gotch, of course, been around for a while. Buddy Rogers is a relative newcomer here in the NWC. He's had a couple of matches. Been pretty successful with his run here thus far. And let's see how they do against one another. And Rogers and Gotch lock up. And Gotch takes the initial lockup here. Gotch breaks out of the lockup and then offers Rogers a handshake. And Rogers, of course, tries for the handshake and gets tackled by Frank Gotch. And Rogers put to the mat with that tackle as Gotch tries to deliver a series of punches on Buddy Rogers. And a choice C maneuver. Probably going for the level 2, which is going to work on a 5 or less. And with a roll of 7, he's unsuccessful. And Buddy Rogers able to block and deflect that series of punches and take control of the match. Buddy Rogers throws some drop kicks at Frank Gotch. I'm not really sure Gotch knows what to do with drop kicks. And he doesn't, as they all hit him. And Gotch is hurt. And now Buddy Rogers backs Frank Gotch into the turnbuckle. And Gotch able to use his mat game to spin it around on Buddy Rogers and take control of the match as they are broken up in the turnbuckle. And Gotch connects with a big headbutt on Buddy Rogers, and Rogers is hurt. And Gotch grabs a headlock and trips Rogers to the mat. And Buddy Rogers able to deftly avoid the trip and free himself from the headlock. And now Buddy Rogers on the attack. And Rogers with a running tackle. This is a power move. And he does have the power advantage, so that is going to work. As Rogers bounces off the rope and tackles Frank Gotch to the mat. And Gotch able to withstand that tackle and take control of the match on his own. And Gotch once again with the handshake. Rogers this time not having it. But Gotch feints the tackle and then takes him down. And Rogers able to get out of the way. And Gotch looks stupid here. As Buddy Rogers just made Gotch look like a dumbass flying in for a tackle against a guy who wasn't there. And now Rogers backs him into the ropes. And Frank Gotch is going to take control of the match on the ropes as he spins Rogers around and then kind of rakes the eyes, puts a thumb right in the eye of Buddy Rogers. Not a very sportsmanlike move by Frank Gotch there. And now Gotch going to toss Rogers out of the ring. And Gotch he's tempting DQ here, as the referee is not very happy with that. Didn't like to see Gotch throw him out of the ring. Gotch is going to roll for DQ here. And on a roll of 4, Frank Gotch is disqualified for unsportsmanlike conduct as he throws Rogers out of the ring after poking him directly in the eye. I guess the combination of the two things just did it for the referee. And Frank Gotch is going to lose this match on a technicality there, as Buddy Rogers beats Frank Gotch via DQ when Gotch was disqualified for throwing Rogers out of the ring after thumbing him in the eye. And that was a dud if there ever was one. Rogers had 0. Gotch had 0. And I can guarantee you that there will probably be a rematch of that match at some point down the line. And here we are at our main event of the evening. the NWC World's Heavyweight Champion Thesz is going to be defending his title against the Great Gama in our main event. The world title is at stake. I didn't think about this. Yeah, when you have the title, it goes right over the button. I'm gonna have to fix that. Not too big of a deal. I just will have to put the button over the title or something. But yeah, anyway, this is the first time I've seen the title here and the button at the same time. The button is new. I ran a battle royal the other day using the program, and it was like, this is too confusing. I want a button to be able to eliminate guys. And so I added the button, but didn't have a title match when I went to, when I was testing things. And so, yeah, now we've got a title right over the button. Anyway, so Thesz is your champion. Gama is your challenger. Thesz rolling to see who takes the lockup. And Thesz wins the initial lockup. The challenger is in trouble already as Thesz hits a rolling short arm scissors on the Great Gama. And Thesz is the more agile person, so that is going to work. And Gama is down. Thesz picks him back up and nails the Greco-Roman backdrop right out of the gate. So this is a level 2 finisher, so 3 or less will be a pin. And with a roll of 11, Gama is able to kick out, but what a start for Thesz. And Thesz not going to pitch him out of the ring. Thesz is going to punch him in the ribs instead. And the Great Gama able to counter that one. And he's going to back Thesz into the turnbuckle. And the referee steps in and breaks him up. But Gama is quick to reestablish control here as he backs Thesz into the ropes. And Thesz with a forearm shiver right to the solar plexus on the Great Gama as he tries to push Thesz into the ropes. And Thesz is now in control of this one. Thesz locks in the double wrist lock. That is the favorite move of hookers. And now Thesz has Gama in trouble. Gama's not going to leave the ring. These two Gama can't win if he's counted out, so. And Thesz with a step over toe hold face lock. That STF applied to the Great Gama. And Gama's down as Thesz continues his attack. Thesz not going to throw him out of the ring. Going to roll up. Thesz scoops him up and spins him around and around and around in the airplane spin. And the Great Gama is hurt. Thesz now backs the Great Gama into the turnbuckle. And this time Gama able to front face lock Thesz and turn him around as Thesz backs him into the buckle. So Gama in control of the match now. And Gama grabs him with a waistlock, a misspelled waistlock suplex, a we-asked lock suplex, as it were. I'll have to change that when I think about it. But yep, Gama with a waistlock suplex on Thesz. Thesz in trouble here as he connects, or as he hits the mat hard. Thesz is hurt. And Gama with a rolling front chancery here. That's a choice E maneuver. It's going to work on 8 or lower plus or minus agility for level 3. So that's going to be 6 or 7. I think we're going to go for the 6. We're going to go for the level 3. And with a roll of 10, it doesn't matter what he picked. Neither one of them were going to work against Thesz. And Thesz takes control of the match. Double leg pickup to slam on the Great Gama. As Thesz is in control. And Thesz has hurt Gama with that slam. As Thesz applies the hammerlock, a choice C maneuver. And we're going to go for the agility move here. It's going to be 5 or less. And with a roll of 11, the Great Gama is going to roll out of that hammerlock with ease. And Gama pushes Thesz into the ropes. And the referee steps in and breaks him up. And they lock up in the middle of the ring. And the Great Gama wins the lockup. and applies a rolling front chancery on Thesz. And this is once again a choice E maneuver. So we're going to see 6 or 7. We'll make this succeed at level 2 or 3. We're going to go for the level 3 move still, so 6 or less. And with a roll of 11, it doesn't matter again. Neither of them would have succeeded. And Thesz, once again, tries for that hammer lock. This is even worse. This is a 5 or a 3. So, of course, we're going to go for the 5. And with a roll of 7, that's not going to work. So, Gama able to spin out of the hammer lock and is in control of the fight now. Neil says he's headed out. He'll talk to us later. You have a good one, Neil. Take care. And Gama with a double leg and slam on Thesz. And Thesz is down. Thesz is not going to leave the ring. Thesz is a fighting champion. And the great Gama with a half Nelson slam. This is a choice F maneuver. That's power is the better of the two options. It's going to work on a roll of 5 or less. And with a roll of 6, it's unsuccessful, and Thesz takes over. And Thesz not going to back Gama into the turnbuckle. Instead, going to back him into the ropes. And the referee once again steps in and breaks it up. And now the two men are locking up in the center of the ring. Oop. And now it looks like Thesz is going to take it off the lockup here. And Thesz going to back him into the turnbuckle. We'll roll with it this time. And once again, Gama spins it around, connects with a big forearm to the side of Thesz's head, and is in control here as Thesz stumbles out of the corner, and Gama grabs him up and throws him to the mat with a big gut wrench throw. And Thesz is hurt. Great Gama with a double leg and slam on Thesz. And Thesz is hurt as he hits the mat. Thesz has the opportunity to try the Greco-Roman backdrop counter, though. Roll 2 dice on 10 or 12. Thesz blocks the opponent's move and hits the Greco-Roman. So let's roll 2 dice. On a roll of 5, he is unsuccessful. So Gama with that double leg and slam on Thesz. And now he's going to back Thesz into the ropes. And once again, the referee steps in. The referee is quick to break these guys up. And Thesz with a 4, Gama with a 9. Gama takes it on the lockup here in the center of the ring, rolling front chancery. And this is going to work on a 6 or a 7. We're going to go for the 7 this time. And he should have went for the 6, but we declared the 7, so Thesz is hurt by the great Gama's rolling front chancery. And now Gama, as they get up, he grabs Thesz with a gut wrench and throws him to the mat. Thesz is hurt here. Gama with a double leg takedown, puts Thesz back on the mat, but Thesz able to stuff the takedown. And he's back to his feet and on the attack as he backs the great Gama into the ropes. The referee once again quick to step in and break him up. And Thesz is not successful in controlling the lockup as the great Gama with another big gut wrench throw on Thesz, and Gama going for the pin. Thesz needs a 2 or better, a 3 or better to kick out, and with a roll of 7, he is successful in kicking out of that pinfall attempt by the great Gama, but the Gama still in control here, and Gama with a crushing bear hug on Thesz. And Thesz is hurt. He's going to roll those dice again as he has the opportunity to nail that Greco-Roman backdrop counter, and that's exactly what he does. So Gama has him in the back lock, or the crushing bear hug. Thesz is able to get his head out and between or underneath the arm of Gama, and then he just picks him up and backdrops Gama to the mat. This is a level 0 finisher when it's a counter, so he needs to not roll snake eyes. And with a roll of 10, he is successful. But Thesz now in control of the match. Thesz with a step over toe hold face lock on the great Gama. Gama's hurt. And Thesz nails the double leg pickup to slam. And now backs him into the turnbuckle. And the great Gama, once again, able to grab the head in a front face lock and just kind of swing Thesz around as the great Gama takes over on level 2. Great Gama with a big double leg. And Thesz is dazed. Gama attempts the fireman's carry, but Thesz able to get back to his feet as Gama not able to take him over properly. And Thesz is in control. Thesz throws some drop kicks at the great Gama. Gama is dazed by the drop kicks. And dazed by the drop kicks, and now Thesz is rolling on level 1, not Gama. And a side headlock from Thesz. And great Gama able to pop his head out with ease. And now Gama is rolling on level 1, not Thesz. Made that mistake twice. And Gama with the end of the turnbuckle on Thesz. And Thesz backed into the buckle. Thesz spins him around. Thesz with a big chicken wing, a rolling arm scissors, a rolling chicken wing, a Kimura type lock, the rolling double arm, a rolling double wrist lock, I guess, out of the corner and into the center of the ring. Thesz is in control now as he continues to apply that double wrist lock on the great Gama. Gama's down. And now Thesz picks him back to his feet and nails the Greco-Roman backdrop on the great Gama. This is a +2 version of the Greco-Roman backdrop. So that's going to be a 5 or less will be a pinfall. And on a roll of 11, Gama is able to kick out. But Thesz is in control here. Step over toe hold face lock on the great Gama. Gama's hurt. As Thesz picks him up, spins him around, airplane spin. Plants the great Gama on the mat. He is down. Thesz gonna throw Gama out of the ring. And the referee is not happy about that. Thesz is rolling his DQ. The referee just scolds Thesz, tells him not to do it again. And great Gama kind of has to stumble his way back into the ring. And Thesz continues the attack. And Thesz with a big Thesz press on the great Gama. Gama needs a 7 or better to kick out. And with a roll of 10, he is successful. And now Thesz continues the attack. Not going to throw him out of the ring again. A big airplane spin on the great Gama. He plants Gama down on the mat. Gama is in trouble here. Gama's getting back to his feet as Thesz runs at him and puts him back down with a Thesz press. 7 or less will be a pinfall. And with a roll of 7, Thesz is able to pin the great Gama with a Thesz press. And this match ends with a successful title defense for our champion, Thesz. So Thesz beat the great Gama with a Thesz press. Let's make that capitalized. A Thesz press. Gama had 5, Thesz had 1. So that's 6, so that's 3 stars. We're given a half a star for a title match. Thesz had 1. Gama had 5. Because I didn't add 1 after the pin there. And that's going to do it. Thesz maintains the title. Let's go back to the main menu and look at some rankings here. We just want we are going to exclude the women. Not super interested in the women or the junior heavyweights. Let's look at the heavyweight picture. Just based on the records, Thesz 11-4, and still your world champion. This is just based on raw wins and losses. And when you take into account the junior heavyweights, of course, William Muldoon is just absolutely devastating everybody. Title history here. Let's check the world's title. That was Thesz's first defense as he beat Farmer Burns for the title back in December of year 5. So here we are in April of year 6. So Every 4 months he makes a title defense, and he was successful in his first defense. Anyway, that's going to do it for us for the evening. Thank you for joining. Hopefully I'll be back next week with more action. So stay tuned to either the Facebook, the Facebook group, or the Discord server, and I will post when I'm planning on being live again next in there.